morning. Hope you guys are alright. Hope you're well. Hope your health is well. Mental health, physical health, just all the above as normal. Hope the family's well. And I hope you are keeping sane and safe during these uncertain times. So I'm back with my daily dog walk talk for you this morning. And I thought I'd go live for this one because this one at least then gives you a little bit more context to watch, gives you a little bit more stuff to watch with, and also to kind of give you some knowledge this morning, because I thought I'd get up early, walk the dog, and then it gets my steps in during the day. And today what I want to talk about is something called 5 things you don't know about weight loss. Now I'm sure, hopefully, you know, all of you are really smashing your goals, doing really well with your goals and everything apart from that. But I want to give you sort of 5 little tips or 5 little things to know about when you are doing weight loss that you might not know about. And now this is from a psychological standpoint and a physiological standpoint, because they're two important factors to consider when you are losing weight, dropping body fat, and trying to improve your lifestyle, or trying to diet and stuff like that. So it's important to remember these 5 things. So the first one I'm going to be talking about, and this is a pretty obvious one, is the scales never go down linearly, whatever that word is. So what I mean by that is, let's say for example, you were to weigh yourself on one morning, so weigh yourself at one time in the morning. I don't know, say if you were to say weigh yourself at about 8 o'clock in the morning and stuff, and then your scale said you were at, let's just say 72 kilos you were sitting at, and your weight target to get down to would be, let's just say 67 by an end of like however many weeks. Now you've got to remember with weight scales is that they never go down in a straight and narrow. Now hopefully some of you guys will kind of understand this already. By the way, what of you that is? What of you? Off subject, sorry. But your scales will never go down in a straight and narrow. They kind of will go like a little bit of a, like that, so like a bit of a zigzag shape. And why that is because when you think about things like your stress, your sleep, what time you have, what time you eat, when you actually measure yourself, because when you measure yourself, whether it's every day or once every week, will change on a day-to-day basis. And that's what I always will say to all of my clients is always measure yourself on the same day, same time, every single week. Because otherwise what's going to happen is that you're just going to literally weigh yourself every single day, not see much of the scales drop, and then psychologically it's going to... Sorry, that's the dog shaking the camera. And then psychologically you're never going to get better results, or you never feel you're going to get better results, because you're always essentially comparing from day to day. Well, it's important just to compare it from a month to month standpoint. So for an example would be, if I was to weigh myself on Monday at 8 a.m, I wouldn't weigh myself again until the following Monday, 8 a.m. But I wouldn't measure it, I wouldn't compare the results week by week. I'll compare the results month by month. So I'd say month 1, week 1, compare it to month 2, week 1. Hopefully that makes sense, to kind of give you a bit of an understanding. The second thing you need to know about weight loss is scales are a tool, but they're not the only tool for weight loss or fat loss. Now, a quote I like to use a lot is, weight loss without scales is like driving in a car without a GPS or a sat-nav. Because the reason why this is because, yes, scales never give us a true reflection of our results, but we do need it to give us some indication of where our moods are at, our sleep is at, how much hydration, how many calories we're putting in also. So it's important to understand these different weight loss, these different scenarios and stuff. And then, as I say, is things like weight measuring tapes. You've got the body fat calipers, which again I don't think are overly that considerate or even that overly accurate, even though some people do use them, but I don't find body fat calipers all that accurate. But this is why, again, before and after pictures are a great way of indication, because you get to see it, like I said with the scales, over a consistent amount of time, over the consistent amount of days and stuff, and you get to see for yourself perfectly. And now I know a lot of people do have body confidence issues to look in the camera and stuff, but to get great results, you've got to see where you're currently at. Otherwise, you're just never going to get where you want to get to. So that's my second point. My third point is there's more than one way to achieving fantastic results. So weight loss, fat loss, they're quite two similar, unsimilar things, but I'll kind of break that down for you tomorrow. But there's more than one way of getting amazing results. Now that could be, especially if we're at home doing home workouts and stuff, that can be achieving your first full push-up. That can be running 5 kilometers within a set time. It could even be as very simple as completing 10,000 steps every day for 7 days straight. As I say, there's more than one way of achieving fantastic results and getting fantastic results and looking after your overall lifestyle, because that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about developing better habits to improving your lifestyle to sustain those results, more importantly. Number 4, your NEAT will go down. Now for those who don't know what NEAT is, I'm sure you probably have, but I'll go through it with you. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And what this takes around about 15% of your BMR. And now if you don't know what your BMR or what your basal metabolic rate is, or your TD or your TDEE, so your total daily energy expenditure, best to look on my Instagram and have a look on there, because I've done a video on my Instagram TV a while ago which explains exactly what your TDEE is. So it gives you a real good, hopefully, explanation of understanding what these components are. So what happens is that when you are going on I don't like to use the term diet, but let's just say diet. When people go on a diet or go on an 8-week challenge, or how to describe it, when they're looking to lose weight or drop body fat and stuff, what you got to understand as well is that if your calories are so low, you won't have as much energy, so your energy expenditure or your ways of moving and increasing your energy expenditure, like exercising, moving, etc., will decrease. Now there have been studies showing all of this to kind of give you a bit of an example. So if I was to say have 1,800 calories on one day, or have 1,800 calories every day for a week, let's just say that as a ballpark figure, and then I had 1,200 calories on another week and stuff, my movement will be vastly less during my 1,200 calorie week. It's because I've got no calories to burn off and stuff. And when I go through on to the next video tomorrow, I'll talk to you about the 5 ways to break a fat loss plateau, and that kind of gives a little bit of a clue in it. But what's important is you need to kind of listen to your body. It's to understand that if you are feeling a little bit lag, you need to listen to it also. So that's number 4. Again, your NEAT will decrease, so you won't be moving as much. Your performance when you exercise might not be as much. And number 5 is your satiety or your hunger hormones, or you might have a bigger appetite for food, so you're more likely to binge eat. And what that is, that's a combination of your psychological factor. So that is just literally your brain's way of telling you that you're having far too low calories, which can't be safe for anyone. And what's important, as I say, is just to be really, really understanding of your body and listen to your body to understand that you might not be having that many calories in your body, and then obviously you might go and binge and stuff. And with that, it's very, very imperative to make sure that you tackle those curb hungers by drinking water and looking after things like that. And also maybe, just to give you a little clue for tomorrow, maybe eating a little bit more. Again, I'll go through that with you guys tomorrow. So that's, again, you might be more likely to binge eat, especially if you are in quite a low restrictive diet. And that's why I don't like to use the term restrictive and that's why I don't like to use the term restrictive. Well, no, sorry, that's why I don't like the word diet or being restrictive towards people's lifestyles, because let's face it, we should be allowed to have what we want, but maintaining within our calories or feeling how we're feeling and stuff. So those are my 5 things you don't know about weight loss. So number 1, the weights never go down linearly. I'll go around the roots in this one, so this dog can have a little toilet or private time. Number 2, the scales are a tool, but not the only tool. That's what you've got to remember. Number 3, there's more than one way to achieving great results. Number 4, sorry, the sun's in the way there. Number 4, your NEAT will decrease, so you won't be probably as moving as much. And number 5, you're more likely to be binge eating. So those are my 5, what I call things you don't know about weight loss. Now, hopefully this has given you guys a bit of an incentive and a bit of an idea about the 5 things you need to be aware of when you are doing weight loss or fat loss goals or fat loss transformations and stuff. And what you've got to understand is that you've got to listen to your body when you're doing these things also. And more importantly, not to get disheartened if you don't see results on a week-to-week basis, because you should never compare yourself on a week-to-week, but do it on a month-to-month. And then that way, you improve your lifestyle rather than looking on a short-term diet philosophy. So, and again, when you are looking to lose weight, there's a combination of psychological and physiological factors to consider when you are doing weight loss and stuff. So you need to make sure that it suits you best. Right, so he's gone for a little toilet. So now I think I'll leave you guys to it. I hope you have a fantastic bank holiday. As I said earlier, hope you guys are going to keep safe, keeping well. And I'll see you guys hopefully on the next live video tomorrow. All the best, take care, see you soon.